All right, back again. Okay. Mm. Okay, so you know what I'm gonna do? I said I was gonna check for and try to make a playlist or something. So, I mean, I have playlists that'll work. So let me just grab... Oh, there it is. Live. Yes. I'm just gonna grab a playlist real quick. I said I was going to, so let's fix that. Let's see. What one do we want here? How about... I'm not totally sure how long all of these playlists are. So I'm just gonna try this one, but I need to remind myself of the playlist art or whatever. Okay, so we can try doing a playlist. Am I in the right place? Okay, so I'm gonna stop this. And I'm gonna put on shuffle, I guess. Maybe that doesn't matter much. So it might not be the greatest of playlists, but let's just choose a playlist here. So it's gonna say is this gonna be it? Let's see. Okay, that's a pretty good start. I'm not sure how long the playlist is exactly. Right, like the individual videos on the playlist are relatively shortish, but it should be okay. Okay, so am I gonna do this right now? I'm gonna add it um, to the do later list actually, because I just trying to get some. It's really not going well, huh? Where is it? Ah! Oh no! Did it go away? What the heck did I do? Oh no. Did I did I somehow, is there a key that it removes it from the autocomplete? And I misclicked some key on my keyboard that got rid of it? Okay, spreadsheets. All right, it's right here. Bookmark. What the? Yeah, it's right here. What did I press that made it go away? I do not know. All right. Okay, so we're gonna come back to this. Oh, I'm really struggling. A lot, actually. I'm really struggling. All right. Gleam. Exercise. ISBN. Okay, cool. It says it's a medium. Does it seem simple? Okay, so what do we have to do? Welcome to ISBN verifier. So the ISBN verification process is used to validate book identification numbers. So we have 9 digits plus 1 check character, either a digit or an X only. If it's an X, this represents the value 10. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, it looks like a straightforward formula, I guess. Putting this into place requires some thinking about pre-processing / parsing of the string prior to calculating the check digit for the ISBN. Yeah, it doesn't really sound like a medium, it sounds like an easy. Converting from strings to numbers can be tricky in certain languages. I don't think it's tricky in Gleam. Should we look at the Gleam tour again? Okay. They're all ints, of course, so we might be okay, so strings. Okay, so let's look. Gleam parse int. Parse a given string as an int if possible. I mean, yeah, simple enough, simple enough. So it's to do. We're gonna say, should we do maybe a regex replace maybe? To get rid of everything that's not a digit. Yeah, regex replace. Each in with. Okay. So let's just copy that to start us off. So this is going to be RE, let assert OK, R, oh, very nice. I like the copy paste there, it helps me out. Otherwise I'd probably be scratching my head for a while. Okay, so we're just literally just going to replace everything that's not a digit. Do we need a double there? And then we're going to say let digits only equal, and then we just go regex replace, or we just go replace. Replace each RE in ISBN with nothing. Yeah. Each RE in width. Oh, I need a colon. Okay, so let's import Gleam regex. Yeah? Syntax error. I was expecting a name here. The name replace is not in scope here. Okay, cool. So now we're going to go for each individual digit in the string. Let's look at the contents of the tour. Basics, flow control, oh my gosh, Gleam string char at index. Capitalize, compare, concat, contains, crop, drop end, drop start. First. Should we just take slices of it? Yeah, honestly, probably. It's gonna look a little nasty. Maybe more than a little nasty. Two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9, 10. So yeah, that is more than a little nasty. Okay, so then at index. So we do want to be careful, of course, because if the length is wrong, then we want to like say it's not valid, right? Okay, so now, oh gosh. So now, it's a little crazy, but my mind is all over the place right now. Okay, so we're gonna do gleam int parse, I guess. Okay, so now let's look at the formula again. So we just multiply by 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then mod by 11, and that's it. Okay. So then we will say parse C1 times 10 plus parse C2 times 9, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. All right. Mod 11 equals 0. Oh, I'm missing all the pluses. How dumb. Whoops. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Gleam int. I was trying to use parse from there. Let's see. Function parse takes a string. Oh, and then gives a result. Okay, so wherever we have string slice, let's put int parse. Okay, so then we don't want to parse here. Okay, so wherever we have okay, let's put assert. And technically we can do that because we used the regex to make sure we only had digits, but we've got to be careful because if the number of digits is wrong, then we need to not do anything. Okay. All right, how are we looking? Okay, so unused. Technically, I am trying to use them over here. Um, result int nil. Let's see. Let assert okay C10. So I am trying to use them here, but let's see. Okay, so import pub function is valid. Value being called as a function, but its type is result int nil. Is that what we need? The name return is not in scope here. Okay. Gleam, oh my gosh. Gleam return. Okay, so no early returns. Going all in with just first class functions and pattern matching. Okay. What about if? Can we do if? Gleam if statement? I think so. We can do something like this. We can do a case. So we want to do case string length digits only. Okay. And if that length is 10, then we do all this. Otherwise, we say false. Right? So case 10 and any other value. False. False. Let result equal. Okay, let's see. So Gleam format, ISBN. Oh my gosh! Oh, that turned a little wild, but okay. Alright, so let's see if any of the tests pass. Oh, okay, a lot of them did pass. Alright, so let's take a look at all of this. So we ran test. It said, unused private function, extra required. This private function is never used. Okay, well that's in the standard lib source, so I'm not gonna mess with that right now. Um, Invalid characters are not ignored before checking length test. Hmm. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. If there's an X, we have to replace that. So for this one, we want to parse that int, but if it is X, then we want to use 10. Can we do like a ternary? Oh my gosh. Keep pressing that. Okay. Gleam programming language ternary. Okay, we'll just use a case. So, yeah. Oh wait. Oh wait, no, if it is, oh shoot. If it is an X, it's gonna be removed, right? So if there's an X, does it have to be in the final position? Okay, so let me do it twice. So we're gonna replace anything that is not in this list. So 0 through 9 is good, and X's are also going to be considered okay. Does it have to be a big X? What do we think? I think it has to be a big X. We can look at the tests, of course. Valid ISBN with a check digit of 10 test. I think it's going to be a big X regardless. Okay, so I'll just leave it like that. But then okay, let's do this. Let's say if okay, so let assert okay, xre equals regex from string, and it's going to be a letter x at the end. And then we'll say let ends in x equal regex match. All right, and then let me just look at the match. Which one do we want? Is it match map? Oh, maybe it is. No, wait a minute. Compile, scan, split. Shoot. I'm just looking for if it matches my regex. Oh, check. So check with regex content. Okay, we want check. Okay. With xre in ISBN. Yeah? And then we'll get rid of everything. So then this one should actually... So this is length 10, so that's okay. But we also want to do case ends in x, I think. And so if it does, then we want to say false. And if it doesn't, then we can say all the rest of this. With Gleam format again. A discard name. Okay, let's see. So this is misplaced now. Whoops. Did I put in one extra? Okay, what is this match? I think there was supposed to be another one, maybe. Okay, well that formatted now. Unknown label content? Yes, I meant content. I kind of expected it to be, like, if it's in here, I thought it was maybe in there, but whatever. Okay, so then we want a case for 9, but the thing is, we're going to do the same thing, basically. I'm going to start by copy-pasting, and I'll see about refactoring after. But it's going to be a big copy-paste, unfortunately. So now, oh my gosh, we are going to say case ends in X. All right, and so then true, and that starts this whole thing. Okay, and then if it's false, it should be right here, I think. Okay. It's a long one, and that's a very large copy paste. So now we won't have this. Instead, we will say that C10 is just 10. Let C10 equal 10. Okay, let's look it over. Ah, it's so much. Oh, only 3 failed, actually. That's interesting. That's not too bad. Okay, so invalid characters. All right. So let's look at the README again, and what does it say about invalid characters? Okay, so I think there are limited amounts of characters that will work, and I think it might be just digits, dashes, and X. Let's try it that way. This guy Eric, this guy Eric is a brainiac. I think everybody, I mean, I can't imagine anybody wouldn't respect him. I love the fact that he's created so much great content, and it really is great. Anyway, let's see. So we're going to say let assert okay, and this is going to be invalid char re equal regex from a string, and that's going to be any character that is not 0 through 9, literal dash, or X. Right? Okay, so then we'll say let contains invalid char equal regex check with invalid char re content ISBN. Okay, so now at this point I'm just going to say case, and that's going to be contains invalid char, and if it's true, then we'll return false. If it's false, then we will do all of this. don't understand this escape code. Let's fix that. Ended unexpectedly. Okay, so I did misplace that squiggly bracket. I thought I might. I was afraid that I might. Oh, I think I need one more, actually. Crazy amounts of brackets, actually. That's nuts. Okay. Just two failed now. Okay. Check digit of x should not be used for 0 test. Oh. Interesting. And then invalid ISBN check digit test. Okay. So let's look at that. Let's look at the second one. Invalid ISBN check digit test. This one. So we put 3598215089. Okay, so I guess I got the formula wrong, although I guess it looked like it worked in a lot, but I don't know. Maybe we weren't. Well, I don't know. I don't know. But let's look at the README again. So D1 times 10 plus D2 times 9 plus D3 times 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we mod 11, and that should equal 0. Okay. That's a 1. What is a 1 doing there? What the heck? Oh my gosh. Is it the same here? Oh my gosh, where did the other 1 go? Maybe I never typed it. Holy crap. Okay. So there were only two tests checking the actual formula. All right, let's refactor because this is actual madness. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is move this formula into its own function. I guess. Oh my gosh. This one is extremely repetitive. Let me move this out first. So we're gonna put in a function. It's gonna be called parse digit. All right. It takes a D string. It returns an int. And then we just say assert okay D equals int parse. No. How about that? And this is going to be like that. Okay, so is it let? Okay, so we will be using that, but first we want to parse a digit from a string. So parse digit from string, D string, index int let, and so then we'll say let n equal parse digit well, let's start with C. So let C equal, and then let me go down. So it's string slice from from digits from D. So this should be S, excuse me. From S at index length 1, right? Then let n equal, and we'll do parse digit C. Yeah? N. All right, we're getting there. Okay, so now, instead of ever saying all that every time, we're just going to say let C1 equal parse digit from string, and we're going to put in the string digits only, and the index 0. Okay, so now we can get rid of a ton right here. Right? Because now okay, and then all those zeros. Right? Okay, so that's I mean, the way it was before was madness, absolute madness. This makes more sense to me, I think. So let's see if the tests pass now. Okay, so we're still good there. And then, okay, so this formula is insanity as well. ISBN formula takes 10 digits. Okay, D0 int D1 int I there's something a little weird about being able to index into lists in Gleam. Because of immutability and all that. I think there's still a better way to do it, but so basically I think I'm going to be refactoring this as well very soon. But I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to do it this way first and then refactor, I think. Because I just don't have a sense of confidence that I can do it right away a different way just yet. It's a simple formula, right? It's just, it's kind of a lot to type when I do it this way. It, honestly, like, I mean, if you used a loop, like a typical loop, like in Python or whatever, you could do it in a very terse way, obviously. Compared to this is crazy. All right. Like I say, I'll try to refactor after. Wait a minute, wait a minute. D0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I distracted myself and then completely lost track. Oh no. Parenthesis cannot... Oh yes, we have to use squigglies for some reason. It's fine. Okay, we did get a... Oh, okay. So now here, we are going to get rid of a whole lot again. All that goes away. And here we just do ISBN formula C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7, C8, C9, C10. Crazy. But yeah, that's basically it. Nope, nope, not. Darn you, caps lock. Is it really on? Yeah. I should disable the caps lock key is the most useless key, right? It really is. I might. Okay. Okay, let's try formatting. And that passes okay. So we're still looking at a very long file here. But basically, in this part, we're going to now go ahead and delete all of that as well. Oops. Okay, we're going to go down to here and delete. And paste here, I guess. Uh-oh, I messed some up. Oh, yeah, because because it can't just be like that. This one has to be 10. Okay, so good. Okay, so, I mean, that is better. It's still quite a long file, but the parts that were most egregious are better now. This should just be parse digit C. And then, okay, so this ISBN formula, it's really kind of outrageous when it looks that way, but um, I probably am going to redo it as a recursive function, actually. Okay, so all of this, hmm, I think there are going to be two recursive functions ultimately. Um, so I think we're going to have an ISBN formula rec helper, I guess. Oh, shoot. I need to take a second to think about how I think this is actually supposed to look. I'm going to step outside here in a second, but let me make some notes first. How do you do comments in Gleam, actually? Do they have some comments in the test? Gleam comments. Okay. Yeah, we're still looking at a crazy big file here, huh? I'm gonna step outside. I'm actually thinking I'm probably just gonna submit it as is because the next refactor is bugging me. And I mean, it's high time I move on to something else anyway, right? Probably. Let me think about it for a minute. I'll be right back. All right, let me sit here and like review. Let's review. I'm just gonna submit this one, and then let me review how many I've actually submitted today. I'm just gonna submit it. Honestly, it would be good actually to make these into recursive functions, but if it works, I'm gonna submit it. Okay, let's take a look. And then let's review what I've done today, because I've been at it like most of the day, kind of. With a lot of long breaks. I mean, whatever, my stamina is not high. But yeah, there it is. So that's submitted and complete. Now let's review. So today I did darts in Bash. That's one. Darts in Elixir. That's two. It was interesting. They randomly came up two in a row, the same exercise. Triangle. Yes. So this one does not count. This one does not count. But I did this one. That's four. That does not count. That does not count. So I've done five today. And if I want to... So five is enough to kind of tread water. If I want to catch up, I need to do more than five. And if I want to catch up quickly, I mean, the target is to do 10. Um... So I've done five. Let's look at here. So and the total completed I think is it 11 or is it 12? 1, 2. Here's Gleam. Let's put Gleam in there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, that's correct. So I've done 12 total. Today is the 8th. So by the 8th, I was supposed to be at, I believe, 20? So 12 out of 20, obviously that's only 60%. That's not really very close. On the other hand, numerically, it's only 8 exercises behind, which sort of doesn't sound like a lot, but I've literally only done 5 today, so it is a lot. Anyway, so that's the little review. And so we're just going to go on to another one. Struggling. This one was not a big struggle by any means. I definitely would call it more of an easy than a medium, I think. I would think of it as closer to an easy than a medium, but whatever. So let's do another random. It's gonna be F-sharp simple cipher. So I skipped the simple cipher, right? So I'm gonna skip this one as well. So this is F-sharp. Diffie-Hellman? There's a crypto square exercise, apparently. All right, so We can close this. Did I add that one into the spreadsheet? Let's make sure. Okay, so it's right there. I think I'll feel a lot better when I'm caught up. If I can manage 5 more today, it's already getting quite late. So I'm not going to manage 5 more today, but a couple more would be great. I'm going to hop off for another 30 minutes here soon. Or wait a minute. Let me review how much time have I been online so far? The target for the day was to be online for 9 hours, and I might be getting kind of close to that. Let me see. Here, let me see if I can just find it here. Yeah, it shows them here. So there's a bar on this graph. I'm not sure exactly how up to date it is. But the idea was to stop at 5. Originally, I was gonna try and stay on for 3 hours at a time, but and then an hour in between, but that was hard for me. So it's basically 30 minutes in between instead. So I think for this session right now, I believe I'm supposed to stay on until, actually, I'm not sure. Do it again. So we're supposed to go, the idea was to go 6 to 9, and then 10 to 1, and then 2 to 5, I believe, right? And so it's not 5 yet. So instead of going like that, I ended up going basically 6 to 7 something, right? And then 30 minutes. And then this became 9:30, right? And then we did get back on at 10. And then this became like 11 something. So then this here is 8 something. And then instead of going to 1, we were supposed to go to 1:30. But I actually did end up going later than 1:30. So it was supposed to be 6 to 7 something, 8 something to 9:30, 10 to 11 something, and then this should have been like 12 something to 1:30. So, not gonna totally mess with that. 5 problems today, that is enough to kind of tread water, but I'm increasingly worried about all these skips. Like it's an extreme amount of skips. Hmm. All right. Well, I'm feeling, much as I hate to say it, I'm feeling like I'm probably done for the day. Wait, yeah, if I feel like that, then yeah.